welcome back, Pete. Welcome back to your show. We missed you while you were gone.
Yeah.
Was
Well, I know that.
Was the food talk making you hungry, or you just got bored and you're like, I'm out?
I was the host for a minute.
So it worked. Yeah, we had a rough week last week, Mikey Dermont. We missed you and
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, we had a lot of technical difficulties.
Well, you know what? Then we just have to redo that show, maybe, right?
yeah, maybe we'll do it right now.
We have Brooke.
Hey.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Brooke.
Welcome to the show.
Am I first?
You are.
you're the
Is the
first
whole
guest.
band joining?
Well, besides you guys.
The whole band going to join?
Everybody but Paul. Paul can't get out of work fast enough.
Come on,
Yeah.
Paul.
I know. You know what? I'm going to go close the door so my kids don't interrupt. I've already
Bring the kids on. This is a kid-friendly show.
Bring them in.
Hey, while we wait, did anybody see Bruce Dickinson singing the national anthem?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You know, it's funny because he came in a little wrong key, and he quickly adjusted. It's funny because he actually did a post the day before that performance, or maybe 2 days before. We was actually kind of like practicing it, and he said it's a really difficult song to sing. You have to make sure you come into the right key low enough that you can get those high notes. And if you notice when he started singing, he was in a different key, and then he dropped it really quickly. He did a great job of adjusting. Yeah, but it was cool.
That was still awesome.
And
Never thought I'd see that in my lifetime.
not only seeing Bruce Dickinson, but I mean, a metal guy doing it, but seeing a Brit singing our national anthem. Deep down inside, he's going, "You mutinous bastards, traitors!"
To the holiday.
Oh, is that Commissioner Gordon?
Is that a real phone?
It's a real phone.
It's the drum phone.
Hello, Commissioner Gordon. This is Rhodesy, drummer for hire.
I'm available. Yes, I'm available.
Yes, I'm available. Is it a red phone?
Already getting hired, gentlemen.
Two ladies, and we've got Michael.
Oh, I
Michael,
can't see the other one. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the
everybody.
Mike Show.
Sitting here?
The Michael Show.
We have a Julia, a Michael, and we've got Brooke.
Yeah, I think that's what we've got for today.
All right, there we go.
Oh, we got
Is that everybody?
Yeah, it's unfortunately we thought we were gonna have. Fortunately, he's not going to be able to make it, so it's just going to be the three of us today.
No worries. We're glad to have you on here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah, we're excited. We want to learn about Stupid Girl. I don't know you guys personally. Does anybody here know the folks from this fine band?
I do not. Rhodesy, do you?
No.
That's what I love about these shows, right? Not only do we get to educate our audience, in this particular instance, we get to educate ourselves on who Stupid Girl is. From what I understand, they're attributed to the band Garbage. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So Michael Laskowski, I think is how we pronounce your last name. Is that correct?
That is correct. 100% the first time.
I'm Polish. I've got a little Polish blood. My wife is 100% Polish, and try to say
Cheater.
You say you're the smartest one out of the four of us. So.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. So Michael, why don't you get us launched here, man? Tell us, unless Pete, you want to go, I would say let's have Mike tell us about this fine band, Stupid Girl.
Well, Stupid Girl started in 2019, and the current version of the band with Julie, Brooke, myself, and Paul. We've had some lineup changes over the years, but this version of the band has actually played more shows together, and a lot has come together in the last 2 years. When the project started, I had just kind of known the basic hits of Garbage. I really didn't listen to Garbage growing up, but then once I kind of was asked to join the band originally, and I kind of dug deep into it, I really grew an appreciation for it. And with the music producers, with Butch Vig, Steve Marker, and the band, musically for me, there's a lot of interesting arrangements. It's very efficient. It's very dark. And I've really come to, love it in the time that I've been, I've been doing it. So.
You look like Butch.
That's, right.
Well, a little, yeah. More so than me.
We all try to look a little bit like the members of the band, sort of. We all have like little touches.
Brooke is obviously the Shirley Manson.
No,
right?
that's Julie.
That's me.
Oh, swing and a miss. Big Mike, swing and a miss. I guess it
She's
wasn't
got
that
red
obvious.
hair. It's not
Red hair.
No, you
see it
can't
right
see.
now.
It's here. It's over
She's
here.
a good
Okay.
girly.
Okay. All right.
I should technically be a guy, I guess,
You're
but
sorry.
I'm not.
No
Yeah,
way.
Well, obviously not.
Okay.
That's
In
ob-
the beginning, when Julie asked me to join, I was like, "Do you want me to like dress like a dude so it's like more authentic?" And she said no.
No,
So you're the bass, Brooke. You're the bass player, right?
Guitar.
actually, I'm the
Okay.
bass player.
You're the bass
Okay, Mike,
player.
here's what we're
Okay.
going to do. We're going to ask questions
Yeah.
rather than assume, okay?
Yeah,
We don't
just,
know
we're
the
just
band,
a whole lot
Jimmy.
of some. Keep striking and missing. Sorry.
So we obviously we don't have everyone from the band. Why don't you tell us? So, Mike Laskowski, what position do you play on the team?
I play bass guitar, and I also do the programming for the band.
Okay, fantastic. And then Julie, you are a vocalist, I'm
Yes,
assuming.
I'm the lead vocalist of Stupid Girl.
Notice how I said I assumed. I didn't say obviously because and that takes us over to Brooke, who already told us that she plays bass. So we're
No,
missing a
No, she
Guitar.
plays guitar.
I'm
Guitar.
sorry.
I play guitar. Mike plays
what you
bass.
did, you planted that seed. I'm not familiar with the band Garbage. I know, which is pretty bad, right? I do know, I believe they're from Madison, Wisconsin, if memory serves me correctly. So they're a somewhat local band, right?
Yeah.
What got you guys into saying, okay, this is what we're going to gravitate to? Because I'm an old 80s guy, right? Old rocker. I really didn't follow a lot of the 90s stuff. So why the band Garbage?
And in the van.
Technically, I didn't start the band either. Even though me and Mike now are probably the oldest remaining members of the band. I wanted to get involved with Garbage well before anything because I've loved that band since I was in high school because they have such a various, they're so experimental and they're so all over the place. It's just, and Shirley's just a babe. So it just makes you want to listen to it even more and identify with what they're saying.
Very cool.
But yeah, how it got started, Mike, you could probably answer that better because you were there from the ground.
Right. Well, the band had a different lineup in 2019, and then the band had stopped. And then I was introduced to Julie in 21, and she expressed interest in being the lead singer. So the band kind of rebooted, and we've gone through some lineup changes since then. And with myself, Paul. When Paul Wheeler, we've actually known each other for over 40 years. We grew up next to each other, kind of split apart. I've been on the tribute scene probably since the mid 2010s, and then we kind of rejoined. We were in a different Stone Temple Pilots tribute, and then the opportunity came up and asked Paul if he wanted to be the drummer for Stupid Girl, and he jumped at the chance. So it's that bass drum connection. That's one of the things that I'm one of the things that I'm into. And then Julie, you and Brooke can probably talk about your connection.
Yeah, I've known Brooke probably since 2004, I think, right, Brooke? Because Brooke was big into the acoustics scene. She plays her own music. She actually has her own music and sings. And I used to sing harmonies with her back in the day, and that's how we got the big connection with that. And we stayed friends on and off for a number of years. And when we were looking for,
you won't say 20.
I will not say 20 years. I will not say
40
because it doesn't seem
It will
that
be
long.
though.
It doesn't seem that long to me, but we've known each other a long time, and I could think of nobody better than for Brooke to come and join the band.
Oh, I love you.
Did Brooke and
Yeah.
Julie, did you guys have something musically in the past that you worked on, or is this the first project that you guys actually worked together?
This is the first official, but
Okay.
she's done backup vocals for my original music over the years. I'm actually going to be recording some of my original stuff soon, and I asked her if she would come do some vocals for me. Not to put her on the spot in front of everybody, but I think she said yes.
I did say yes. I feel like, hope you said yes, right? Okay.
So what's the name of the original music? Is it just your name, or is there a name to it?
I just go by Brooke Blairy.
Okay.
What did Alex say? If it ain't Brooke, don't fix it.
I like it.
It's too sad for that though. It's a good name. I'll have to start a happy band and call it.
That could be your album. If it ain't,
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. So where do you guys hail from? Where, if you were to say our hometown is, what does that look like?
We're kind of spread all over. Basically, we're based in the southwest suburbs, so
Okay.
more south side than more south and west side than north side per se.
So is that where then I can assume you're doing, again, not obvious. Are you doing a lot of your gigs then on the south side and in towards the city, or do you get out towards the burbs a little bit more?
We get wherever we can go.
Yeah.
The majority of our shows have been pretty much north suburbs, and also we played in Chicago too. We played at Reggie's.
Oh,
okay.
Cubby Bear, Tonk.
Cubby Bear, Tonk.
Blown off the dust of the early 90s. I'm just going through the list here. Smashing Pumpkins, Garbage, Liz Fair, Urge Overkill, Veronica Salt, Tortoise, the Jesus Lizard, Material Issue. That's just a handful of bands that happened in that time from Madison to Chicago. And then you throw in Butch doing all that sound work with the Pumpkins and Nirvana and all that. This is that was a very interesting time. I've said it before, we might have some new viewers and listeners, but I don't think you'll ever see a period in Chicago where you had a group of bands like that. I'm trying to think to the 70s. You old timers, not the ladies, all the guys here. You had Cheap Trick, REO. You had who else? The Shy Lights. You had
Head East. Was Head East Chicago band?
I'm trying to think.
Well, they were
here.
Southern, weren't they like Southern Illinois? Well, POA,
Yeah, like by where REO was coming out.
Yeah. So you said Styx, REO, Cheap Trick,
Ides of March.
Yeah, Ides of March, obviously, right? Shy Lights, Shaka Khan. Would that be more 60s, right? Shaka Khan, would she be 60s?
70s.
CTA, Chicago.
Commodores, Chicago, right? Yeah. Commodores had some connection there,
So I should take it back. So 20 years prior was big, and then 20 years after that. Is anything else coming out of Chicago since? Just asking.
Bongo Mike.
Oh, yeah.
West.
Oh, and
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
I'm like, Kanye West.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I guess
Chance
that's
the Rapper.
Cap on that. As you mentioned, if anyone wants to kind of check out Smart Studios, the studio that Butch Vig and Steve Marker started in Madison, Wisconsin, and just like that whole list, it's a real interesting. We kind of didn't realize that. I mean, us being in Chicagoland, just a huge part of the alternative scene came right out of what they did in Madison, Wisconsin.
You guys ever get up to play up that way?
We have not been in the Lion's Den yet. That is one of our goals to go up there, where their home is, and kind of flourish a little bit. But we have not had the opportunity to do so.
A lot of these bands started out as college bands. Now that I'm thinking about it, obviously Bodines, Violent Femmes. You had who's the tour bus that dumped all the poop? What's the name of that band?
Dave
Matthews.
That's how I remember the band. You had all that stuff coming through there, and somehow that, Mike, you said, you know what, Garbage is my thing. Is that what happened? You just happened to pick that, or you had a cassette player, or you had CD back then, I'm guessing, but you had a hot CD that you picked up over at Tower Records, and you said, this is cool stuff.
Right. Well, in full disclosure, I mean, I remember hearing Garbage on the radio, just like everyone else. Kind of was heard the hits and it was cool, but it wasn't until the band formed and I was kind of reintroduced to it. And that's one of the things that we hear a lot from everybody. Everyone says we didn't realize that they had so many hits.
Yeah, that's the one thing we constantly hear from anybody who listens to us, or even fans. Not fans, but future fans. They all say the same thing. Like, oh, we had no idea Garbage had so many hits. Or they were thinking they would only know 2 songs that came out, and they're like, I knew 6. Like,
and that's
better than 2.
A lot of the time.
It's true.
Well, I was a Stupid Girl fan before I was in the band, and I remember coming out to see you guys. I think maybe it was at Rock House, and I was like, oh my God, I know almost all of these songs and I like them all. I just slept on Garbage back in the day. I'm very young though, so that's probably why. Just kidding, but I've really grown.
I slept on Garbage too. That's because I didn't clean my room when my mom told me to.
I was gonna say I'm old. I played it when it was new. I think it was somewhere in the mid 90s. I think I was playing
Only Happy When It Rains.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Sorry, I'm
95.
bad. I'm a drummer. I'm bad with song
And it's
titles.
part of old age too, though, Rhodesy. We forget
I
that.
know.
Slipping, man. You're slipping.
I know. I got to slow down.
Have a sip of your tea. So, but all the reason why we didn't know, like I was the same way with Garbage, because so much stuff came out then. To be able to hook up onto that stuff when you had all that other stuff going on, you really have to be in music. And the reason I was bringing up all the other bands, they all started like Dave Matthews. I mean, I think I paid him $250. I used to work at the Cubby Bear. I paid him $250 on a Thursday, and I think Wednesday we had what's the lady from No Doubt? Another $250. But they were all
Gwen Stefani.
yeah, they were all doing the college circuit, right? And then they had all these songs, and I remember hearing this stuff, and I'm like, oh, these guys are never going to make it.
Oh. And look at them now.
You're such an optimist.
Well, and I was so pissed because even $250, you couldn't get people to come in on a Wednesday and Thursday in the early before Chicago hits. Yeah. And you're like, oh man, they're not drawing. And then all of a sudden, everything hits.
Yeah, the 90s was a great era. It just exploded. I mean, it went every direction possible.
And then it took a lull in the 2000s. Sorry, all the old people are talking. The youngsters can go next. But now it's just turn on the laptop and let the DJ play. Unfortunately, for a lot of these kids, and wear your neon necklace. Not that there's anything wrong with it, Rhodesy. So you're on the Southwest side. Does that mean you're a part of the Joey DeMarco Fax Club?
No, we've definitely booked some shows with Joey. I think everybody has. I mean, within the last year, I mean, we've played at WC Social Club. We've played in Hobart, Indiana. We played at Piazza, Impact Fuel Room. Yeah, basically everywhere over the city.
Dirty Nellies.
Dirty Nellies, yeah.
I'm trying to remember everything.
Now, are they typically taking your band and packaging it with another tribute band when you guys are like that social club, that WC Social Club? That's a big venue. So are they putting you guys in with a No Doubt cover band or something like that? How are they doing that?
Yeah, we'll be similar. We'll be booked with other similar style bands, whether female fronted, but it's not exclusive to that either. So we're generally packaged.
Usually it's Smashing Pumpkins tributes we will play with. Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. We've played with a lot of different girl groups too. We've done we've opened for Jagged Little Pill. So
I was going to ask about them because she's Melissa's good friend. That in fact the whole band we're good friends with, and I was going to say that'd be a perfect lineup for you guys to do a Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's they're so good. They're so professional, and it's always so great to see them play. I could
see you guys doing stuff with Super Unknown, which is Chris Probowski's other band when he's not doing Rock Brigade.
Right.
I think 10 Chicago, which is kind of a spin-off of the same group of guys. They do
same group, right?
Yeah, right. They do the Pearl Jam stuff too, right? In that one,
and they also have that little Faith No More trip as well, too.
And No More Faith, exactly. Yeah, so it just depends on the day of the week and what Chris feels like singing that for that show. But yeah, it definitely fits in with that genre. And then try to think of their other 90s bands out there, because we just kind of hit, even though we hit 4 of them, that's 2, right?
We just had somebody on that was 90s. Who was that, Pete? We just had him on about a month ago.
It was a Pumpkins guys.
Oh, that's right.
Which one?
That's right.
Which one?
It might have been the Sad Machines. I thought I saw
Sad
that.
Machines. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I wasn't on that show.
Cool.
But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just wondering if that's, it's one thing to work through agents because we've all done that, right? But it's also the least, for at least in my opinion, for the agents, kind of the path of least resistance. What's popular? If I'm going to put a band in a club, I want to make sure people come out to the club because I have an obligation to that club owner to make sure we're getting butts in seats. Are you guys cross-collaborating with any of the bands that we mentioned? Say, hey, how can we work closer together, maybe to do a 90s night up at, Sundance in Sundance Saloon up in Mundelein? Do you guys do anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we do it all the time. And especially with Smashing Pumpkins and even with Nirvana, you have the Butch Vig connection. So we just bill it as,
Tailgaters, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tailgaters.
Tailgaters, we played with, Infinite Sadness and Nirvana. And we can just say, hey, Butch Vig plays in one band. He's produced some of the work from the other two. So that's how, we try to market.
That's awesome. Good.
The themes are fun.
So the $1 million question, do you guys drift into any other female fronted stuff, like maybe like Veruca Salt or something like that, or do you just stick to Garbage?
So we've been actually adding some other songs into the rotation. We've done Ought to Know. We've also done the Cranberries Zombie, and we're trying to like filter in some other different songs to add to our list of repertoire, just to pull things out of our bag of tricks if we can.
Oh, that's great.
It's awesome.
So this second week in a row, I'm going to call you guys Southsiders because you're south of me, but they were having a hard time getting booked north of I-88. And I wonder, is there a certain line there where it gets tougher to get booked? And is there a different music scene on the south side by you guys, or am I hearing and thinking things wrong?
No, I don't. I think there's just more kind of opportunity in the city and west and north than there is south, and that's just that's just my my opinion. So I mean, you've got like Bourbon Street, you got like Jamos, if I'm saying it correctly. There's a couple, I mean, like of larger spots. I just don't think that there's probably that many big spots on the south, in the southwest suburbs. So
yeah, Bourbon Street's that's a big place.
Yeah,
I mean, there's like 4 bars in one.
Right.
I was going to say there's 4 bands playing at one time. What do you tell?
It's a potpourri of music.
Do you guys have backups yet? Meaning, like, if somebody gets sick, you got somebody to step in.
Oh, geez, we have so many.
Right. That's awesome, yeah.
Not for me, but for everybody else. I think we've had to at one point, at least the drummers and one of our other guitarists. Never Brooke. Brooke has always been there.
Brooke is the reliable one, right?
Yeah.
So Julie, you're never sick? That can't be.
No. If I try not to. I do everything I can to not be sick. If I go into work, I tell everybody stay away from me. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Don't come near me.
That's just being the vocalist, right? We're that way anyway. We don't want anybody talking to us.
Right. Leave me alone.
So I may have missed this because I had to step away for a second. How often do you guys play a month? How many gigs are you guys doing?
I mean, my goal was to try to do at least 6 a year. We've definitely done we've done more of that. We love doing it, but I think the original band too is we don't want to play too much because, just to be honest, Garbage, as much as we love it, they're really not super popular. So it's a thing that you can't do it. You know what I mean? You can't do it that often. So.
It's definitely a niche. Now, I'm sorry, did you say 6 a year or 6 a month?
Oh, I'm sorry, 6 a year. So you know what I mean? That's
our goal.
We've easily surpassed that. But our goal, like once a month. But that's my. I'd like to play at least 6 times a year, which we've easily passed.
Yeah.
So once a month, perfect. Once every 2 months, that's kind of what we're going for. Even though we've exceeded that this year.
Yeah, I think that's the right number too. I think you're right. I think with a niche band like that, when you're packaging in with these other bands playing a little larger venue where you got 3 bands in a row that are doing it, you guys are probably getting out there and doing a hour set or hour and 15-minute set, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I think there's also, when we get to a certain age, and I'm not going to guess anyone's age because I'm bad at that, but
yeah,
I got to a certain age where it wasn't the quantity of shows, it was the quantity, right? I didn't want to just be playing out. It was kind of like, what is my objective here, right? I love performing live music. I love being on stage, but it gets to a point where it's like, am I doing this just for myself and my ego anymore? Is that kind of how you look at it? I mean, is it, I'm assuming you all have full-time jobs. It's keeping you busy. What keeps you guys, what keeps you interested in doing this? Is it self-fulfillment?
It's the group of people. When you get a good group of people that your friends, and you just have I guess that's a little bit of a contradiction. You almost want to you want to do that as much as possible, but at the same time,
right?
We do we just kind of want to share our passion, for the band with people and have
That's
that,
cool.
and have them enjoy that too. But yeah, when you get a good group of people, yeah, that's.
I love everyone in the band. I would play a show every day with them. I would never turn. There have been several shows where I'm like, let's do it. And they're like, no, we can't do it for this, that, or whatever. And I'm like, no, let's do all of the shows. But
I love you
and
guys.
it's about playing with them and
Yeah.
like they'll be like we don't rehearse a ton because we know the stuff. We rehearse on our own and maybe once before a show. And there'll be times where they'll be like, we don't really need to practice. I'm like, yes, we do. I want to hang out with you guys and play music. But a lot of it for me is cathartic. Like there's a peaceful place that I go to when I perform music live that I can't find any other way. It's the only time in my life where I can turn off my brain. So I have so many responsibilities in my life. So I try to play live music at least once a week, be it with Stupid Girl or like an open mic or a solo gig. Like it's my therapy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You brought up open mics. That's awesome. Where do you do the open mics?
Oh goodness, I love open mics. I did one at Base Camp last week. 4 Points in Medina is really fun. Friendly Tap in Berwyn, it's hard to rival that open mic. I don't know if they're doing the one at Out of Space anymore. A lot of breweries. Church Street has one on Thursdays. Trying to think. Those are like the main ones I go to. Those are my favorites.
You do
You
like
gotta-
a solo acoustic tour yourself then as well? Weekend you playing at some bar restaurant somewhere?
Yeah, I'll do solo gigs. I've done, at like bars and breweries or private parties. I do like solo stuff too. Sometimes I make Julie come. Oh, Black Dog Vinyl, they have a really good one too. And so does Crooked Arm. I'm thinking of the record shops. And we try to get Julie to come sing with me every chance I get.
So those are record stores that they just have like a little area where you set up and then you're just playing live.
Yeah, Black Dog and Crooked Arm both are kind of similar setups. Black Dog's in Plainfield and Crooked Arm's in Lisle, and I think it's Lisle. They have like a little bar,
Okay.
so you can get a beer and look at records, and they have a little setup, the little small stages and stuff for live music. They're pretty cool venues.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You sound like a diehard, man. You're blasting off all these cities all over the burbs, so you must have a lot of miles on your car.
I drive a hybrid, so it's okay.
Oh, there you go. And contributing to the climate. I appreciate that.
The 30 miles, really. Thank you.
Agreed.
So for the people that have not done an open mic, because we're trying to grow the music scene. In order to grow it, you got to get more people to do it besides using AI to make music. Do you have any advice besides telling somebody to go to School of Rock, get into an adult band? But before that, just try an open mic. If you don't know anybody, you got any, or does anybody on the panel have any ideas or thoughts or how to go about it? Like you show up with your equipment and you say, hey, I want to play this, this, and this, and you wait to get on the list. What's the advice that you can give everybody out there to get them started?
I can tell you, Pete. I did the open mic stuff at the Wooden Nickel in Highwood, and a lot of times that was just showing up and getting your name onto a list, and you didn't know who you were going to be on that. We don't know what song you're going to be on and who you're going to be with. It's all kind of potluck. But yeah, that's exactly how you do it. You show up, put your name on a list, and wait your turn.
Another way to do it is to reach out to Mike Dermont and find out about when the next Coterie is coming up. And that's a great way to collaborate with different musicians throughout the Chicagoland area and also do a little good by raising money for charity. This message has been brought to you by the Coterie.
So right or left, Mike. Just a little bit right or left there, so you can see that logo. Right
There it is.
There it is.
And this is, of course, my friend Mindy. All of our friend Mindy living my dash. Just got to throw a plug to her.
I've tried doing the open mic things in the past and doing karaoke. For some reason, I just can't do it. I mean, I have no problem performing with a band and playing in front of any size crowd, but something about those open jams and even karaoke, man, it gets in my head. I don't know what it is.
That's my favorite thing. It's
What-
karaoke.
Is it really?
Queen.
It,
She's up here for me. Karaoke for Julie, big time. She
Oh,
kills
that's-
it. Mike
yeah.
does too. Mike can some mean karaoke.
Yeah.
And Paul, he's
Mike-
not here, but you should see him too.
Yeah.
well, it's just like when you go to see your buddies' bands jam and they're like, "Hey, get up here and do a song with us." I'm always like, "No," it just always feels so weird.
Yeah, what's going on in your head? I want to hear from the girls too, but like, is it a mind game?
For me,
Yeah.
totally a mind game. I don't know what it is, man. It's I don't know. Because I come across as an extrovert, but I am an introvert, right? So it's just an energy. But when I do a show, and that, maybe we could talk about that too. What do you do what do you guys do to prepare yourselves for a show? Is it just get up there and go? I like almost have to go through the psychological thing. Like I need to peace out before I get up there, and then I do my thing, and then I'm a different person after. Brooke, were you gonna say something?
Oh no. No, I
Oh.
just agree. I was thinking we do a little kind of like huddle. We've
Yeah.
been trying to grow that depending on the show and like what the side of the stage looks like. But we're doing some nooks and getting
Yeah.
pumped up. Julie
Yeah.
probably has some stuff that she does.
Well, yeah, I do. Sometimes I have a mantra in my head that's not really appropriate for radio, but
Oh, perfect. What is
I
it?
love it.
Tell
it's
us.
more so.
This isn't radio.
You're like, this isn't radio, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
just
can
pretty much.
swear, you can say whatever you want.
Are you sure? Okay.
There you
Well,
go.
Yes.
I pretty much say in my head, "Fuck everybody."
Yeah.
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 So what I mean by that when I say that is just like, if you always have it in your head like, oh, everybody's gonna laugh at me, they're gonna think this or that or this or that. I just do that in my head to be like, you know what, forget what anybody thinks of you, what anybody thinks. You're out there, just do your thing.
Right.
That
You know-
really helps too. It gives you the character part that you need for, the performance that you're about ready to put on. I mean, she had a lot of attitude up there.
Yeah. She
And
has no
Julie
problems.
kills it. I mean, aside from having the voice of an angel, Julia's got some of the best stage presence around. The
Oh,
band.
Awesome.
thanks, Brooke.
Now I want to see you guys. I gotta
You know
catch
what?
you at one of these shows.
Exactly, because there's so many great vocalists and musicians out there, but that to me, having the talent is only 50% of the equation, right? It's being able to deliver what you have, and that's to me what makes the difference. Now that I heard that about Julie, I definitely got to check out this band because I love because I'm a singer, I profess to be a singer. I love when the vocalist is just not standing there and sounding great. They sound and look amazing. David Lee Roth is the greatest example of that because if you see his videos, which everybody sees his videos today, he's a horrible singer. He never was a good singer. But every time I watch those videos, I'm like, the guy can still entertain, albeit he should probably be in, Ringling Brothers Circus. But I mean, the guy he has something about him that you're just like, yeah, he's not a good vocalist, but man, he can still capture my attention. So, to me, it's as important. So it's good to hear.
Yeah, he's
We've got the man with the
charisma.
hair too. Mike puts on a really good show.
There you
He
go.
gets into it, and he's got a lot of hair.
Where did Mike go? Did he drop off on us? I don't
No,
see
no,
him.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. All right.
To me, I mean, it's a privilege to be able to get on stage and play. And like I said, I talk about just being able to do that, but every day I get up there, I'm lucky. So I never try to take it for granted. I just try to have fun.
Right. So you don't get.
I think that's what's the main thing with all of us in the band is that when we're on stage, you could tell that we're friends and we enjoy each other and we enjoy the music and we're into what we're doing. It's not just we're like, okay, that's one song. Here's the other song. We're just like strumming along, like counting down the minutes till it's all over. We're like in it. We're in the vibe. We're in the moment, and it just translates so well on stage. And we've heard that from several people. Like, you guys seem like best friends. I'm like, well, we are kind of.
True.
Yeah, every show they're like, you guys are so fun to watch. You can tell that you guys are having a good time, and we are. We're having the time of our life. Like, even if it's not going great, we're still having the time of our life playing with each other.
Continue the previous question, Mike. The preparation, the lead singers first. What do you guys do to get ready? I mean, do you take your sip of tea, Mike Dermont? I'm sure you're.
It's funny you say that. I have my own little concoction where I take hot water, honey, ginger. I take some cayenne pepper and I'll put some lemon in there. And I found this years ago on the internet. They call it Singer's tea. There's actually no tea in it, but it's just those elements or those ingredients. And I sip that. Years ago, someone had told me blackberry brandy was really good to sip while you sing.
Oh,
I've heard that
absolutely.
too.
Yeah, until I started drinking the whole bottle. And I found out that
Same,
that's not
same.
Backfire. You have a different problem.
and then I don't remember ending the show and getting home, and it was one of those things like I'm sticking to this non-alcoholic version of this thing I make. So yeah, I do that, and then I do my vocal warm-ups. I do about a half hour warm up before I get to the show, and I really try not to talk a lot because talking as a vocalist, and I'm sure Julie will agree with me, is the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
How's that tea taste?
How does it taste?
Yeah.
Like
I
shit.
love-
Very-
No, it's actually really good. I'm
Is it
surprised.
good?
And I'll be happy to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
I've adapted it along the way and kind of put my little spin on it. But no, I've used it for years, and I like it a lot.
Sounds like we're gonna move some product here, Mikey Dermont.
Hey, Mike Dermont's vocal tea.
Sounds like Pete wants to do
This is it.
Yeah.
He's trying to find a way to monetize this damn show. I think we just found it, Pete.
Yeah,
Mike's
because
tea.
we get demonetized in the first 5 minutes of the show. Brooke, Julie, what do you guys ladies do before the show?
Mine's not glamorous. I just play guitar, and sometimes I get nervous. So as long as I have a beer, I'm probably fine. A beer and a bathroom break, and like, let's go party
Yeah.
on.
Well, you sing too, though, Brooke. You sing harmonies on up there as well.
I do
so.
sing, but I'm a beast. Like, you're a nice, beautiful lady.
So I want to hear how
Wow.
Julie gets her beautiful lady voice. Julie, what do you do?
Oh.
You're like nothing. It just happens naturally, and I hate you for that. But you have to do something.
I mean, I will sing on the car ride there.
Yeah.
Like, that's like there's one song actually by Tears for Fears that actually has so much crazy range. I'll rehearse with that, and then that's it. That's my voice warm up
Which
song.
song is that? I'm going to write that down.
Elemental.
Okay, Element.
Yeah.
That's funny you
Do
said
we have a
that.
sample, please?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
No, I'm not.
Put you on the spot.
Sample.
Come on.
No.
Come on, you're not shy. Karaoke.
Chicken
I'm
shit.
I'm sure.
This is your friend Julie putting you on the spot like
That's
this.
I know,
right.
right?
You know.
We love each other, especially when we embarrass each other.
Right.
Just
It's
us
all good
girls.
fun.
Maybe just hum a few bars of Special for me. That's all.
Oh, is that what you? I could sing that one. That's fine. Like,
I know.
Go.
That's a good one.
do you have an opinion, a mind of your own? I thought
Very
you were
nice.
special. I thought you should know, but I've run out of patience. I couldn't care less.
Very nice.
Ah.
Fantastic.
Bravo.
Absolutely.
Gave
Yeah,
me
for-
chills.
Oh,
That
You
was
sounded
great.
better.
They're
Yeah.
multiplying.
Like Fergie and Jesus.
Fergie and Jesus.
I just love that song, and so I figured, if it was something like that, not Elemental, but it's it's a popular garbage tune.
Well, that actually is my warm up when we do like voice check. That's the one that I usually do is special.
Nice.
And I'll just keep going until I'm like, are we good? You just want me to keep going? I'll keep going if you want.
I have to give you guys credit. You actually have a song that you use for your sound and voice check. Is it always the same song? Because I don't know how many bands I've been in when you get up there. Okay, let's do a sound check. What song do you want to do? I don't know what song you want to do. It takes 15 minutes to figure out what
Same.
song.
But it's the same song every time, though.
I know. Well, let's do this one.
Yeah,
Mike usually picks out a good one for us depending on like what's in the set, because we do
Yeah.
have some backing track situations that happen, and depending on like what's in the set, like we use Empty, which is kind of a deep cut frequently because the first like verse and chorus kind of touches on like every piece that we need, but that might be a good one for Mike.
Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, we use Empty, and actually, it's like a special version of Empty. There's actually no backing tracks in Empty, but Empty is a one where Julie and Brooke have to sing a lot of harmonies in the verses and chorus, and then I throw some stuff in just so we can get everything. We can check all the boxes in one song.
So Mike, going back to the to those tracks, so you said you do the programming. So you're doing the bass and you're also handling all the programming. That's because I know that you listen to those garbage albums, and that's something that always stuck out to me when I would listen to it, is it's so heavily produced and there's so many sounds and little things that are going on in the back. That stuff is, you got that program and you're controlling all that.
Yeah, so basically we're playing to tracks. A lot of, garbage, I know that Steve and Duke, they'll kind of switch off between playing keyboards, live and switching between guitar. We really don't do that, but garbage live, they are a full band. So the tracks, there's a couple tracks that are really kind of synth heavy, kind of like Number One Crush and Cherry Lips, but a lot of it, it's kind of like icing on top of the cake. So if the tracks didn't come through, we could still play it. It's still going to say, it's still going to sound great. So,
Gotcha.
But we do try to emulate, as much of them as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it definitely enhances the full sound of it, for sure. Yeah, good.
Mike and the ladies, I'm going to put some of your videos up here. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of stuff earlier. I'm going to go check it out, but I want to make sure.
Sure.
What should we open up the show with? What's your favorite? What's your go-to?
Well, probably Stupid Girl, our namesake. So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then Brooke and Julie, what are your favorite songs to play?
Well, I don't know what Mike sent you, but I love Why Do You Love Me? Sorry, Julie. That one's rough vocally. Hammering in My Head. Like some of the deeper cuts. Empty is probably one of my favorites, but I don't know what all Mike.
I went with more of the hits because I wanted everyone to, so I think I sent over Stupid Girl, Happy When It Rains, did do Empty, and
Pete,
Oh yeah, Push It is good too.
I have a special request, Pete. When we get to the part in the podcast where we're talking about Julie doing her warm-ups in the car, I want Julie to actually record that and send that to you, so when we talk about it, we can pop that in there. I want to see her warm-ups in the car.
Oh, it would be
awesome.
Do it right.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Do it right now, Julie. We got nothing else.
No, it's got to be in the car, like she's going to a show.
I'll put a car right behind her.
That's the thing all the cool kids do nowadays. They record themselves in the car while they're driving because that's safe, right? As they're going to a show. So that's what I want to see.
It's all about the environment.
It's all about the environment.
It's all the environment.
Right.
Julie,
Mike,
what's your
just
favorite?
make a video of her when she doesn't know, because you're probably with her.
There you go.
You can make the video. Or I'll just hold the video. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 9 times out of 10, my rehearsal space is my car. If I'm learning new songs, I drive around in all forest preserves, and that's how I rehearse.
Good.
I'll do that for like an hour or two, go through the entire set, and then touch on songs that I feel like I need more work.
Nice.
What's your favorite to sing?
Let's see here. I think I love Empty because of the harmonies that me and Brooke do. I like that. And I love Special. But Hammering My Head is another one. It's like the deep cut, and that one is always it's super fun to do because it just goes in all over the place. 1 minute I feel like I'm rapping, another minute I'm actually singing. So it's a crazy song.
What's your favorite non-garbage song to sing? And this goes to all you guys. What's your favorite stuff to play outside of the garbage realm?
Karaoke or playing?
No. I mean, if you could pick one song that you absolutely love and you would love to play live, what would it be?
I'll start. The Real Thing from Faith No More.
I knew that was coming anyway.
Right. Everyone knows that's coming. So
it's going to end up in your set list, Julie.
I've actually been really getting into Tool, and I would love to do Stink Fist.
There you go.
That's the one song that I've been like,
Nice.
that's like, that would be fun to do.
I think that'd be a great selection.
Sure.
Brooke,
what's your?
I don't know. I'm like, they're gonna call on me, and I don't know. Like when I'm playing by myself, like I do a lot of originals, but I do a lot of covers too, and they're just like anywhere from like Frank Sinatra to like Pink or like Queens of the Stone Age. Like I play and I like to make it my own. So that's a really hard question for me. But if it was like with these guys, we have a song that we're adding by Deftones that I'm actually very excited about. That I was worried about at
Wow.
first, but now I'm very excited and I can't wait to practice on Wednesday. We're practicing Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
I think she wants you to practice Wednesday.
Put
Hey,
us on the spot.
Mike, when you're putting the set list together, Garbage is pretty produced stuff. Do you find it harder putting songs together because what sounds in the studio does not sound like what's on the stage? It's two separate things, and it's hard to make it sound the same. How, do you find that's the case? And if so, how do you deal with it to put the set list together?
To be super, super technical, I kind of have all the BPMs for all the songs. I just try not to put two of the same BPMs like right next to each other, or if chord progressions are similar. So I just try to have a nice flow, with the set. But just I make sure I kind of put a proposal out there, and then I just let Julie sign off on it because she's the one that's. It's easy for me to play bass the whole time. It's easy for Brooke to play guitar, but Julie's the one with the voice, so I don't want to take the three the intense songs and just put them back to back to back to back. So just so I try to keep all those things in mind. Just the energy of the set. So if you kind of have like a slower song, I don't want to have a couple slower songs right next to each other. So that's the reasoning behind what I do. But I give it to Julie just to make sure, like, hey, are you cool with this? Do you have enough time for for what you need to do? So because like I said, I can play a B the whole night long and just go that.
I would say it's very considerate of you, Mike. There's at least not a lot of people, guys I know and gals that I know, and musicians that actually think about it that way. Again, I'm going to go back to being a vocalist. I always got stuck doing the set list. Here, Dermont, you do it because you're the singer. The last thing you want to do is be putting, for me, we did a lot of 80s. I didn't want to have that high screaming stuff in the beginning because I'm toast by the end of the show.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got to spread it out, and you got to have that flow, right? You want to have that upbeat, that downbeat, and kind of, the bathroom breaks. So you want to make sure you put those in there at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everybody changing, like if they have to down tune or up tune, whatever they have to do, the tuning situation, we always try to take that into consideration as well.
Thank you.
So it's not just me. It's not just me.
One of those cheater buttons for your guitar, Brooke, you just hit it and it drops the tuning for you.
Oh, Mike's been on me about that because I do use a pod, but I haven't figured it out yet.
It doesn't always sound right though either.
Not
right?
quite right. It's not that
bit
hard to go to E flat or drop D. Like Mike does a really awesome job with transitions too. We have tracks in between to give us a little buffer. It's never quiet when we're on stage. And there's something too that you had asked about making it sound like the album or how it's not possible to emulate it exactly. We also spend a lot of time researching live footage on YouTube, and they do a lot of different things. We do a special intro to Rains that they did live, and we kind of like cherry pick the things that we like out of their live performances and put it together with the elements from the album because Mike is so talented in that way. And I think we end up doing a pretty good job with it.
Do you think it's more valuable to a club or a band to do a 190-minute set instead of doing 2 1-hour sets with the break in between? Because that when you have the break, people tend to leave.
You might lose some momentum. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I mean, my experience. I mean, outside of Supergirl, it's probably we try to have as few breaks as possible because we want to keep the people. You want to keep the people in the club, and you want to keep them entertained, and you want to kind of keep the vibe going. So, but at the same time too, the people can kind of come and go in waves, and that's sometimes out of your control. So it's just kind of like reading the moment and just kind of reacting to that. So, but even though in Supergirl we don't go out. I don't think we've ever really gone off script. Sometimes we've had to kind of cut things because of time limitations. We started later, whatever. But generally, I think probably like a 90-minute set. But I think it's more a function of the venue. But that's just my experience.
Mikey Dermont, what do you think about that? Bongo, Mike, and Chris.
First of all, since you asked me first, I'm going to give you my opinion.
Go, of course.
Long breaks kill crowds. We know that, right? I personally I used to call them the 90-minute power sets. Just go out there and kick ass. You're probably going to do 90 minutes worth of music anyway if you break it into two sets. So let's not fool anybody. Let's go out there and kill it. Now, I will say this one thing. We've had to do 3-hour shows before in the past, right? Where you have to fill a 3-hour set. It's hard to, stretch 90 minutes. So we will do that. But yeah, I'm a firm believer. If you can get up there, get it done in one killer set and get off, that's my ideal.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Mike Dermont. It depends on what you're doing. If you're playing a festival and you have obviously a 75-minute set, you're banging it out. In a bar or a club, if I play 3 hours, and we do those marathon shows, we do these long jams and stuff, whether it's Black Diamond sessions or whether it's the Mosquitos, and I need a break. I mean, I need at least 5 minutes to go take a leak, grab a drink, and get back on stage.
A long
But
leak, dude.
a long leak, real long. But I prefer 100%. I would prefer 90 minutes. Just like Mike said, get out there. I'm going to do the 90-minute set, but it depends on it depends on the structure of the show that I'm doing. At Sundance, it's 2-hour sets,
Yep.
right? It's not one. It's not or not in 90 minutes. So you're barreling through by that last half hour. You're just trying to get through that last half hour of the 2-hour set.
Towards the end of my time with Friction, when we were kind of, I guess at the high mark of our band, we were doing 3-hour shows straight through. Now, the way we did it though is we had 3 or 4 singers in the band, right? So we would kind of separate. Now, granted, I still carried 90% of the show, but even getting a 1 or 2 song break back to back was a tremendous help for me just to get some water, catch my breath, suck down some oxygen, drinks Mike's vocal tea. All those things helped. So we were able to strategically do a 3-hour show straight through, which a lot of clubs loved us for because then again, long breaks kill crowds, man.
Well, isn't it a timing thing as well? I mean, you're in the groove and then you got to stop and the first couple songs of the second set aren't as tight, and then
Yeah. It's almost like I remember playing sports when I was younger. I hated halftime in football because you go in after having that, the first 2 quarters, you go in, you get to relax a little bit, and then you got to fire yourself up to get back out there. That third quarter was always hard to get the mojo going. It's kind of, for me, it's the same thing in music. When we would take a break, my vocals were, they were warmed up, they were ready to go, and now, hey, let's take a break. Then I got to go through that whole thing again. So that's a valid point, Pete.
All right.
And I got to tell you, I'm going to blast one of the clubs just because I can. And I'll do it because, and Rhodesy knows, and I think Dermont knows too. You go play Blarney's Island, and they have this stupid ass thing where you play 1 hour, and then they have a DJ come up for 40 minutes, and then you go back for another hour, and you have a DJ come up for 40 minutes. And I told Joey when we were doing this, why can't they just have us do one set, then put the DJ on and let him do his thing? It killed the momentum. It stops what we're doing.
Mike, do they still do that?
Yes, they do.
That's good to know because
It's an 11-hour day.
Yeah.
By the time I get all my shit loaded onto the
Yeah.
ferry, get
Fuck
to
that.
the island.
Fuck that.
Fuck that is right. And that's what I've done. I don't play Blarney's for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm done with the 11 hours of bullshit. 2 hours to the ferry beforehand, load up, then this 1 hour sets. Just get me out there, let me play my 2 hours, and get the fuck off the island.
Whoa, now I think we just hit a nerve.
Shots fired.
Pull it out, brother.
So, Mike, what you're saying is
So what I'm saying is I don't play there anymore.
Oh, I like the Jansons. That's awesome, dude.
He drives the ferry now, apparently.
Because it's a very scenic, you guys from the south side may not be that familiar, but Blarney's Island is basically in the middle of the Chano Lakes. So you have to take a ferry to this place, and they have bands every weekend and stuff. But, that was always my rub on the place. It's like, you're making my day that much longer.
Yeah.
Not only got to be there loading everything up and then breaking it down and the whole transition between bands. But, I'm playing 3 hours, but I'm playing it broken up by 40-minute DJ sets.
Yeah, I feel your pain, brother, and it's one of the things. Like again, I'll refer back to Friction because that was the last band I was in. We got to a point where I was like, guys, I'm not doing shows there anymore, and they would get frustrated with me, but I couldn't justify all of what you just said. And it's not, I don't have an ego, but I do have a life and I have time. I mean, I don't want to be spending it out on a bridge and listening to a DJ for 120 minutes or whatever it worked out to be. If I did that, I'd go clubbing downtown. It's not in the middle of the Channel Lakes.
Yeah, right.
There's better places to be.
Believe it or not, there are musicians in Chicagoland that are under the age of 50.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? Hey, you know what? And they can have all those shows that I'm not taking.
It's a laptop. That's kind of what I'm saying is we're battling a laptop.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm under 50. Calm down.
Same.
Hey, that's great. I wish I was.
We're under
They're
50.
youngins.
So if you're doing a 3-hour show, and the old days we used to do a 4-hour show. It was like a 9 to 1 back in the old days. And you kind of judge the room. If the room is bouncing and hopping and everybody can make it without taking a piss, then hammer through the 3 hours. But if the place is kind of empty, it's like it starts to become like a paid practice, right? Now it's sort of like, well, let's take a break, and maybe some people come in, that kind of thing.
Well, how many times have you done that where you said, "Hey, let's go through the whole thing"? Has that ever happened? I can't imagine a band doing that.
What's that?
Just saying, oh well, we had two sets. Let's just combine them into one on the fly.
I've done that.
Oh, I take it back. You're the one.
Melon Cougar is notorious for it. We used to do 4-hour shows straight. Bam.
Wow.
We're not stopping.
Is your lead singer curmudgeon too?
No.
I don't want to mention his name because go on there, but Don is a great guy, and I have a lot of great memories with Melon Cougar. But we used to really bang out. I mean, he made us work for our money. That's for sure. I mean, we'd be playing 3-4 hour shows nonstop. No break.
I mean, at the end of the day, a long break is what kills the crowd. If you have to take 5-10 minutes or whatever it is, but if you take 40-45 minute break,
Yeah.
And then it's really hard to get that, adrenaline going again. There's so much going on stage, and there's, pumping away, and then you stop. It's like it stops.
Well, plus, depending on the weather, I mean, the strings get out of tune. You have to get it, tune back up and, get into it. Just saying it, out there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. Michael, where are you?
The place is happening. Just keep going. As long as the band can keep going, keep going.
Well, that's when you're playing, Rhodesy, because wherever you play is happening. Michael, where are you guys playing coming up here in the next week? This show will come out a week from tomorrow, so
Okay.
let's pump up some of your six shows a
Upcoming
year.
shows.
Right. Well, like I said, so we're going to be playing on Saturday, October 18th. We're going to be playing in New Berlin, Illinois. I apologize. I think it's called the Danbury Vineyards. I'm not sure.
We'll put it right here.
Right. So that's on Saturday, October 18th. That's what we've got confirmed. We've got a couple other things, in the fires, but for right now. So basically, our next show's coming up in October. So.
Now, is everybody just in one band, or Julie and Brooke? Are you in like 14 other bands like these guys?
Mike's in like 14 bands.
Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one in a bunch of different bands. So.
All right, then pump the other bands, Mike. I can't buy you a pack of gum and teach you how to chew it.
I also perform in Suckerpunch. They're a female-fronted cover band.
Well, yeah.
So I play guitar. I play bass in Suckerpunch. I play guitar in the Tuesday Night Music Club, the Sheryl Crow tribute, and I'm also in Perfect Circle, Concentric, the Perfect Circle tribute.
You got any shows coming up that we can point people to? Because I'm sure you can handle a couple extra people at the door, and I do mean a couple.
Let's see. For I believe. No, my other. I'm gonna get flamed.
You'll send it to me. I'll put it right here.
I'm like,
Well,
hey,
this is
the I got to check the calendar on those. So
Okay, very very good, ladies. Is this the only band that you're in that we can promote?
Currently, this is the only band that I'm in.
Okay, that's good.
I just do my solo stuff
I'm by
aside from this.
Where do you do solo stuff? Like at a church? I'm dead serious. Churches pay very well, and it's
No.
easy money, I hear.
They would want me there. No, like I said, like breweries and bars and coffee shops or private parties or whatever. And I just go by Brooke Blairy for my solo music. That's the name I've been using forever. So
Send it to us and we'll make sure
Send
we
it.
get
We'll
it.
put it right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll break your webpage. No problem.
Yeah. We got you
Right.
covered.
Bongo Mike, what are the Skeeters got coming up?
Actually, we're the next one for us will be Pumpkin Fest in Highwood on October 3rd, main stage 8 to 10 p.m. And that's the next one. We got a private gig this weekend, but by the time this show comes out,
Yeah.
it'll be done.
Love the private gigs.
We don't want to know about your private shows unless we're invited.
You know, there's a lot of dancing going on. You know,
just keep the screen above the waist. Mike Dermont, what you got coming up?
We got the coterie, the Cottery, as you called it, on September 28th at the Vixen from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., raising money and awareness for Hearing the Call. This is going to be, and Mike's wearing the prop, Yacht Rock. The theme is Yacht Rock, and we're so excited. We've got 30 musicians coming in, vocalists, bass players, bongo players, ukulele. We've got some brass coming in there we got a great set we're putting together. We're getting primed and ready for that. And then on October 25th at the Broken Oar, it is the return of Friction. All original members of Friction coming together for a 2-hour show from 2 to 4 p.m. We have a guest drummer gonna help us warm up for that, Mr. Chris Rhodes, who will also be performing a couple songs with us that day. We asked, this is our payment to Rhodesy for helping us out. He's gonna get on stage and rock with Friction.
Outstanding. Get that Metamucil going, Mikey Dermont. 2 hours. Rhodesy,
Metamucil? No, it's Mike Singer's tea.
Singer's tea. MST.
MST.
Rhodesy, what you got cooking, brother? Drummer for hire. I just heard you're doing Friction, Cadre. What else?
Yeah, everything Mike just said. Yes. There is I'm going to be the bat phone was ringing earlier, so I am going to do a show with Focal Point this weekend out in Elk Grove Village.
Oh, really?
Where in Elk Grove Village?
Yeah, I'll get you the details, Mikey D.
I'll be in Texas, brother. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Aussie Invitational. I'm not really allowed to talk much about it at the time being, but
nor am I.
We won't tell. I. Okay.
Yeah,
real good.
Exactly. That I can tell you that's going to be in mid-October, and that's going to definitely be a show that you.
Is that the one that Pete Durbin's putting together?
Yep, Pete and Elise.
And unfortunately, I'm going to be traveling for that one too. I would love to go to that show. That is going to be off the hook. Mike, are you playing in that one?
I am playing on that one.
Now, is Jennifer Cundiff? You jam with Jennifer Cundiff then, right?
Yeah, I play with her in Suckerpunch. Yes.
I got to tell you, she is one of my, and don't take offense to this, please, Julie. Jennifer is one of my all-time favorite singers, female vocalist. I used to do a few shows with her a year when we were in Friction years ago. I can't remember the band she was in before, but I used to love to perform with her. Talk about someone that can bring energy and talent to the stage. That woman can deliver.
Agreed. She's one of my favorites too.
Oh, she's a peach. I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah. Mikey Dermont and Rhodesy, if you could send me the practice clips so we can wet our whistle, let our viewers and listeners check it out.
Yeah.
Just a little taste.
I did take a couple of clips of the rehearsal for the Yacht Rock on Saturday, but
Mikey,
I did it live. So I'm not sure how it can be used, Pete. You have to go to my Facebook page to see if you can grab any of it.
I will grab it. Let me know what to grab. Just send me the link.
Just grab it.
Hey, Mike D, did we get any Friction stuff, or are we going to keep that a top secret? You have to come.
No, we could do. You know what? Why don't we do that next practice? We'll make sure the guys are cool with it. Yeah, actually, make sure I'm cool with it because I'm still trying to get my voice to where it was, which is going to be nearly impossible with 2 practices. But we'll do
David
that.
Run a video.
Yeah, he'll do that for us for sure.
Well, Brooke and Julie, thank you for coming on the show, for being under the age of
Mike.
Can I finish? For being under the age of 50 and not being a male. Thank you. You helped us out with our viewership.
Cleaned up the joint.
Michael, thank you for bringing the group on here. Love it. I'm sure hopefully you can handle the extra 5 or 6 people we send your way to the South Side.
I'm looking forward to
having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys.
We got to do Bongo Mike's segment.
Bongo Mike's pregnant.
No, segment.
Oh,
segment.
Congratulations.
Our fans want to know question.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. I
Thank you,
just got
Chris.
one question for each person.
Go.
So, Brooke, you could go first. What was your first concert?
No doubt.
Really?
Seriously though, what was your first concert?
No, really. That's awesome.
No doubt.
Where was
At
it
the
at?
World.
Do you
What is
remember?
it called now? Yeah, down in
Tinley?
Tinley.
Tinley Park.
Mhm.
Nice. Julie, how about you?
It was Blink 182 / Green Day. I think. That's what I was.
Nice.
Yes.
Michael?
It was Warrant opening up for Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood tour at the Rosemont Horizon.
Hell yes.
That was your first
Yeah,
concert.
you were right to
that was-
put Mike last.
That was my first concert.
Hell yes.
And I remember, knowing the things that I know now, Mick Mars was doing, because of course, Motley Crue, they had the walls of amplifiers. So Mick Mars is doing a solo, walks up to one, and one of the cabinets just explodes, right? And in hindsight, knowing it's fake, but when you're a teenager, you're like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Damn. Good stuff, man.
That's awesome, guys.
All right, Bongo Mike, we'll do one last question, and we'll just say yes or no on the food that you always ask about.
Oh, man, I love these things. Brooke, Julie, Michael, Pop-Tarts, love them or hate them?
Love them.
Nice.
I can't. It's only a yes or a no. I mean, if my kids don't finish them, I'll eat them. But I feel bad about myself.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
Yes.
Yes. That is a definite yes.
That's a mom tax.
That's a
Guilty
yes.
pleasure.
Sure.
Julie?
That's what I got. Sure.
It gotta be warm though.
It's been a minute since I've had one, so I have to.
That's
not like
yes.
right off the package.
These
Gotta warm
Pop-Tarts.
it up.
So this whole segment's been brought to you by Kellogg's Pop-Tarts.
By Kellogg's, yes. We're sponsored by Kellogg's.
I wonder if they're
I
Kraft
love
or Mondelez.
Pop-Tarts.
All right, kids.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging. Please
You guys
put
were
your
awesome.
put your
Great,
trays
great
in the
conversation.
upright position.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank
Keep
you.
your
Thank
seatbelts
you,
on.
guys.
Bye, guys.